Hi, I'm Anthony from Learning to Play the Guitar. In this video I'm going to teach you about 1-4-5 chords and how to use them to transpose 12-bar blues songs into other keys. The main chords used in the 12-bar blues are 3 dominant 7 chords. It's good to think of these 3 dominant 7-bar chords as 1, 4 and 5 chords. It will make it easier to transpose between different keys. So the first example here to illustrate this is we're going to do just the 3 chords of a normal blues in A. So the first chord will be A7, which is the 1 chord, the home chord of the song. The 4 chord will be D7, which is here, this shape, which is the 4 chord as I said, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4 steps up the major scale from A to D. The 5 chord is E7, which is that shape there. So then if we throw the chords away, just look at what are the bass notes of these 3 chords using this pattern. You've got an A there on fret 5 for number 1, number 4 is D, just dropping down a string here. Again on fret 5, 2 frets over here is the E note, which is the 5 chord, there's the bass notes. So we've got an A, D, E note, which is our 3 bass notes for our 3 A7, D7, E7 chords, or also 1, 4 and 5. And so with this simple little pattern we just played, let's move that down to G. So here's G is 1 now. Drop down a string, there's 4. There's C, that is. D is number 5. So now we can do that again. Now we can play our dominant 7 chords based around that idea of where these bass notes are. So you got G7, you got C7, and you got D7 on fret 5 now. That's your 5 chords. So 1, G7, 4, C7, 5, D7 home to 1, G7. So that's easy as that. So we just moved from A7 to D7 following that pattern, following these bar chords. So there's as simple as that to transpose between different keys. So apart from those basic bar chord shapes I've just shown you there are also a few other handy ones you can use for blues rhythm guitar. One is based around the idea of playing A7 like so, which is basically A, open A string, sorry, 3, the first finger playing across 3 strings on fret 2, which is from A major, and then I'm going to throw my 3rd finger down here. You can use a 2nd if you want, but I like the 3rd better. On fret 3 they're playing A7, and so you can throw away the bass note there, and that A7 could slide up to become a B7 if you like, or that might be C7. So the trick has been aware where's the bass note, which in this case is this note here on the G string, that's C for example, so there's C7. So you might have, say before we had the idea of say blues in G, so 1 chord might be G7, and instead of playing this C7 we could do this C7 instead, just to be a bit different, back to your G7 for example. So little hints like that can be really handy just to mix up your chord shapes within a blues song and other songs of course as well. The last little chord shape I might show you is the idea of based around D7, which is the backwards triangle guy. This shape can be shifted around too. So if we take them up 2 frets here, this becomes E7, just 3 strings. So there's an E7, if we then maybe go up 1 more fret, there's F7. This is the triangle. So little sort of funky chord shapes are quite handy for arpeggios and just little strums and stuff. So for example then we could have say a blues using this A7. The 4 chord could be D7 like this. The 5 chord now could be E7 up here. And then you could go back to A7, even this one, if you wanted to. So you can really mix and match your chord shapes. There's lots more to those shapes, but that's just a little taste of what you can do, sort of thinking outside the box with using chord shapes rather than just being stuck strumming set bar chords.